in Hollywood, Florida, which is
Right next to Miami. We can see it out the window. So
yeah, it's actually the land of my birth. That's where I was born, and I came here to visit family and to connect with my roots and to these baobab trees, these beautiful banyan type trees that are here in the park. And
Mm.
um, yeah, and my grandfather actually used to take me to Lovin's and spread his prophecy. He was a prophet who was anyway. He was an incredible man who had a message that is very very true in maybe not so much in the 1966 when he was taking me as a baby, but now rings really, really
no, that
true.
is
So to reconnect in with that, the roots of those trees, and to be here has been pretty incredible, right? So
yes.
so we're relaxing on our retreat. We're treating ourselves, and
Yeah.
and you are just working your buns off. I know it. It's a lot to
Yeah.
pull off.
Yeah, just a little bit, but I'm curious, those things you're trying to reconnect with, you went through a whole list of them. Is that working? Is being there, do you feel grounded and inspired?
Oh yeah, it's kind of funny because we're on the 16th floor of a condominium in the middle of the city. So yeah,
So
it
not very grounded physically.
right, right. So
Yeah.
if we're feeling grounded, yeah. And the trip here was incredible. Just taking a road trip here with our dog and our family, and stopping along the way and just sit. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
an interesting way to live
Our
life.
country is an incredible place to see.
Yeah. When you guys go on a trip like this, do you bring any little travel instruments with you?
Normally we do. We even go on the road and we bring all of them sometimes.
Hmm.
But this trip we did not.
Well, I brought a few, but they're all personal, instruments like harmonica,
Yeah.
stuff
Oh
like
yeah.
that. So,
So and our dog likes to sing with the harmonica with him. So,
oh, nice.
but
Nice.
no, because we were a family, we were limited on space, and
Yes.
we've been doing the gongs long enough that we are gongs. It's just I'm the instrument, and we decided to use our voice, so we've been doing a lot of chanting and yeah, it's totally working with the trees and with being here.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Cool. Well, I wish you well on the rest of your trip. Um, that kind of brings me to the first question that I want to ask you guys. You're away from it right now, but one of the things that you guys were really excited to show me um, when we met was around in Hakumba, and you guys have a space there, and you are doing some really interesting things with that space. And I got to see it, but not experience any of it, and I'm curious if you want to tell us a little bit about it. I can tell you a lot about it.
And you
So
will experience it
yes, you
in the
will.
very near future.
Yes, you
I
will. Yeah.
promise.
So when we first moved to Hakamba and to Dianza, we it was obvious that we were on a journey. Um, Dawn had a download, and she started telling me about what she had, this vision she had regarding a dome and a circle
I
and
started drawing crazy pictures.
drawing pictures and everything, and I'm like, got it, and I start building it, right, and the building of it involves 8 foot grounding rods, uh, crystals, quartz gems, all put into this circle.
Copper wire.
Copper wire. So the actual ground is a
It's a
0 point energy grounding basic earthing
earthing.
cable.
That was a side effect because it's actually a sky map. And always, because I have these planetary gongs and I've been an astrologer for over 30 years, an evolutionary astrologer, and I always wanted this sky map, this circle, and I was like, oh, how can I put the gongs around somebody in the actual place they are in the chart, right? Because an astrological chart, you've got sun over here in this house and here, and so since I had the planetary gongs and we were able to have the space, I just was like, oh, I always wanted to do it, and it just started flowing, and everything just was so synchronistic down to the pipes. Remember?
Yep.
Yeah,
So I mean, like the grounding rods, having to put, if you've ever pounded grounding rods into the ground, these copper grounding rods, you have to have a special tool to pound them in the ground. And I got the grounding rods from a buddy of mine that said, "Hey,
you
well,
just
I've
took
got
it.
grounding rods, you can have them." And I'm like,
Yeah, I just happen to
okay.
have 6 5 foot. I mean,
He
I
didn't
think
have the thing
grounding
to
rods.
pound it into the ground, but I says, you should go talk to Sonny. I believe he's got them. And I went down there, sure enough. So
Yeah,
I was
it
able to
just
get
went
him
over
into the
the
ground.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a labor of love.
I want to tell him, but then we covered it with a
Yeah.
geodesic dome, and that way it provides us the shelter for us to do our Sunday, sound healings that we do, and
Hmm.
Protects us from the elements.
yeah, exactly, which can be rather harsh. And then we have people over, and there's full moon hikes that end up there and stuff like that. So we have a really safe space for people to enjoy their surroundings, but also to connect, and for all of us to connect, because
Mhm.
we're trying to connect the rest of the planet through
And
our.
to be able to see the stars, to come in from, that's in this retreat. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to see some
It's gonna be fun.
incredible skies.
Yes.
I
Yep.
mean, right here and where we are right here near Miami, we can't see a single one.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's kind of like, oh, wait, I'm missing out on something. It's because they had messages for us, the
And
stars.
it took me 3 days just to stop shaking. It's like,
Yeah.
so yeah,
So
So
beautiful.
yeah, well, there's actually at this campground, there's a plateau. I just actually shared something about it today. I don't know if you've seen it, but I just shared a little video about this,
I
and
know where it is.
there's this you oh yeah, you guys do know all about it probably. Have you been there?
Yes.
Okay, so you maybe know there's this plateau, and they call it the stargazing plateau. And I've been out there a couple times to, just visualize everything. And that plateau is going to be a great space. We're going to transform it, have a fire in the middle, and our music will be up there. But the sky is a world apart from. I mean, you guys probably have great skies out there in Jacumba, but compared to San Diego, this is,
No, no, no. You're
incredible.
going to be right there in we should be a dark sky community as where you are should be
Hmm.
dark sky. It's just they haven't gone through
The process.
the process to
Yeah.
become one. Yeah,
It's nice. It's
it's
a
really dark, good sky watching.
Yeah.
yes.
Springtime.
So we will have a great sky out there, and I'm curious if there's elements. Have you guys seen the dome there? Do you know about their geodesic
I,
dome?
I don't. I when I was out there, I just kind of drove through, and that was that out, right, kind of thing. So, but I'm not gonna say I don't know
So
where.
yeah, so
I haven't seen it.
how
So
big is it?
It's got to be 40 feet across.
So we can fit quite a few people in there.
Yeah, I think for the sound bath, I think 50. I think we could probably get 50 people. So you'll see the photos at some point. So maybe it's a little more difficult to visualize this, but my question is, are there elements of what you guys do in your dome at home, and with your planetary gongs that you can incorporate into this dome that we will have? It'll be larger, and we don't have all of the the grounding and the effort that you guys put to build it, but it is a dome, and it's very resonant for as far as the audio, the sound that's in there. So yeah, how do you guys what's your vision on being able to transform that into
We
so
this
can
dome?
replicate it. Yes, and we have.
oh, it's gonna be fun because I've got some new things that I want to bring in, and which will allow us to stack the gongs
So we have more room.
one on top of the other,
Yeah, because we have
and
nine.
and
So
be able to resonate from one side to the other and then up and down, because the geodesic domes have a sweet spot. They all have a sweet spot, and where that is, it depends on how it was built. 3V, 4V, that kind of thing. So we'll be able to find that. And you when you put somebody in that sweet spot, it can really happen. But we have new chimes, we have some crystal bowls, we have all kinds of things that are
yeah,
different from the last time
from the
that we
last
saw
time.
you. So
Yeah,
it should be fun.
and also we're gonna be bringing a lot of drums, right? Did you want us to bring all the drums?
Yeah, I'm also, yeah, let's do a drum circle for sure. I'm trying to get that on the map there.
Yeah, so
We have a bunch of new
we're
drums
excited
too,
for
so.
that. Yeah, we got a few little drums just to bring with us. So.
Awesome.
I,
Cool. I'm curious, in this dome, are you picturing the gongs around the perimeter and everybody in the middle, or all the gongs in the middle and perimeter, or is it not like that at all?
I think that I personally want to have the gongs on the outside, but we should try both
Yeah, when we get there, the gongs
and
kind of
see what it
let
happens.
us.
Yeah.
The gongs kind of tell me us where they want to be. I
Hmm.
know.
They
uh,
talk more to her than they talk to me.
Okay.
so
It's a thing.
it's kind of like a flow thing, you know. You just got to pivot, and
Okay.
yeah, if we need to.
Cool.
But it's gonna. I mean, it's gonna be incredible. The time that we spent with you guys last year and the year before, and just what an incredible group. I'm so excited to be
Sure.
part of this.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited for you to be a part of it again. And that kind of leads to my next question for you, which is last year at Van Jam, the weather kind of hit us and we had to change everything about our plans. And we crammed everything we wanted to do into one room and just constantly changed the essence of that room. But the experience that you guys brought were still incredibly powerful and one of the highlights of the weekend. So I'm curious, given that, why did you decide that you want to come back and be a part of this again? What was your experience like last year and how did that lead you to this year?
I think I actually cried. I think it just really touched my heart. It was
Hmm.
so incredible to see what you guys are doing and the people that come to be together to raise their frequencies and the people that come into that are going to be performing there that are going to be giving their love. There's nothing but positive, beautiful energy around you guys. And you were see with the gongs, the people, you play with the gongs, you don't play the gongs, you play with them, and that means like everyone that's there is playing with the gongs too. So they sound different depending on who's there.
Yes.
And that was some beautiful sounds coming out of those gongs. I mean, it was powerful, really powerful. It affected us
I couldn't
all.
agree more. I mean, the way we both felt when we left was, we felt like there was more hope in the world again.
Oh man, that's awesome to hear. Cool. I mean, I know everyone that was there that experienced it, loved it, and it was only even despite everything, like everything changed so much, but despite all that, there were no complaints, and everybody was like, kind of profoundly impacted by how it all ended up. But it's fascinating to hear that the people delivering that, where that is going through you to bring that out to everybody, that even you guys felt it and were positively impacted. So that's great. I mean, I
Oh,
can't
that was
can't be
great.
better than
That
that.
was
Cool.
Yeah, you
So
guys had the ability to
great.
pivot. I love it.
yeah, it was wild.
And here is one more answer because we're coming out to see you guys because we want to retreat ourselves.
Yeah,
Yes, you're so
nice.
fair.
I do I do think that it will be a retreat, and I think I might even give a very short and sweet and concise like speech about it. But it's really these three words that keep coming to me. It's retreat, gathering, and festival. And like, if we can start to capture the best elements of each of those types of things and bring them into one experience, I think that's where you get sort of the transformational festival or the retreats that really like catalyze something new in people. So those are the three things I'm trying to combine, and retreat is a huge part of it. And really the retreat aspect is a big part of what you guys are bringing in, because I've got like booming speakers and music and DJs and all of that. But if we didn't have I think that one thing I'm trying to do is focus on quality, and sound is a big part of that. And when you have a music festival, there's a lot of very loud things. I'm trying to counter that by making this a retreat for your ears. Like both the quality of the loud sounds of DJs and also the quality of the more sacred sounds with flutes and crystal bowls and gongs and didgeridoos. So yeah, I'm excited to have you guys be a part of what it really is as a retreat for everybody.
It's a lot more organic. You have the organic connecting with the land kind of
Yeah.
energy. Yeah, and the gongs are they're so organic.
Have you ever heard of the term the Schumann resonance?
No.
It's the
You should Google it. It's easy. Yeah,
yeah. It's
I'll,
but
I'll
it
write it
is
down.
we're vibrating at the same frequency. I mean,
right.
at a frequency, and when we come together,
All right, so yeah, that's when we come together. Well, we're trying to make sure everybody kind of comes together as well with our gong playing, because we're that resonance that we create is that we hope that it resonates with the where you when you were born. That's what your frequency was, and so the planet itself has this resonance that covers around it, and that's the Schumann resonance. It's been measured scientifically and everything. And when you are in your best spiritual person, then when you're there, you resonate in that same frequency band as the Schumann resonance. So that means you're directly connected to our planet. That means that you are our planet. And that's where man, this is what we're talking about. That's where we're
at. That means when you are vibrating, when you remember who you are, what your resonance is, what your frequency is, and what you came here to do, everything you need will be called to you. Everyone, see, other people hear you, other people feel you, and then tribe comes together. And that is the most important thing we do right now on this planet, because we are not alone.
That's right.
We are not alone, but we all feel so alone at times, and we don't know what to do with ourselves, and we need to connect with each other and with these beautiful sounds that we have, and create the symphony so that other people can hear us, so that we can,
Beautiful.
See?
Yeah. Cool. Yes. Well, bring it to the camp out. Perfect. That's exactly what we need.
We'll do.
So I got one more question for you guys is I have found in my limited experience with sound bath, sound healing, I find that the gongs and the didgeridoo, either combined or in some sort of collaborative effort, can be pretty transformative for me. And so I've invited Billy Pinkerton. He's a didgeridoo player, sound healer, yogi, out here in Newport Beach, and he's also a van lifer, so it's very relevant. And he's going to be coming out, and I'm kind of inviting him to lead the yoga that will conclude with your sound bath. But I'd also like him to collaborate with you guys in some capacity. And it's totally up to you to have him bring the didgeridoo in there. So I'm curious how you feel about that, and what your take is on it.
I try to play the didgeridoo, and I play it, but and I have a couple of them, but I'm very intimidated by the whole thing. So, but we are welcoming and excited about inviting. We need to go together on this. This will be fun.
Yeah,
it'll be.
We did watch his watch your little video that you just did with him, and he is an incredible. It seems like a really cool guy. I can't wait to meet him.
Yeah,
I am a certified Kundalini yoga teacher for over 30 years now, and the way I got into sound, sound and gongs and sound healing was through Kundalini yoga, because we always played our instruments after class, and all of these things are coming together. All of these beautiful.
Is there such a thing as a backup didgeridoo player?
You could be one.
Yeah, do it.
Now, there is now.
They are hard. They're hard to I can make the sound. That's kind of the first thing, right? Is you've got to figure out this thing with your lips just to get the right sound. But being able to play it for more than a few seconds and consistently change the way that it's reverberating, it's quite a complex and it's an instrument where you've got to live that instrument. Nothing is coming out of that instrument unless it's flowing through you. And I think that for me, it's very challenging.
True. That's very true, because I've been playing it for a couple of years, and I cannot do the circular breathing thing. I try, and I can get a little down the road on it, but it's
But that's what he has in common with the gongs.
Yeah. it's
You
true.
can't we have 9 gongs. I mean, you start playing the gongs and you can't not live the gongs. You become a gong. You just
Yeah.
it's just like they're always there. They're always, even when we had the fires last year
Ooh,
and we had to evacuate, it was crazy because I just went, okay, nope, the gongs are staying. And we could hear on our security cameras, we could hear them playing while the fires were going on.
That's
It
wild.
held space for us.
it
Uh,
was,
We protected. It was, and we were protected. We got out of it. Yeah.
hmm. Well, thank you guys. I'm so excited to have you guys. I think that this just the collaboration, the different people that somehow I don't know how it all happens, but because I don't consider myself an extrovert, but when I just decided that this event is going to happen again, somehow these people that have pulled together to do it, your guys included, it's wild. And I think that if people just come there with the open mind and want to and excited to have a good time, and
Open heart.
experience something, open heart, open mind, this event could be really powerful. So
Oh, it's going to be beautiful.
it-
It already is. It's already.
I think it's taking on its own life.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's going to be
Well,
incredible.
we're just